Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gigi here with all things gadget. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I appreciate you, and if you're new here, you know what to do. Please click the subscribe button, like, share, and comment, and stay put. I appreciate you much for taking time to sit with me. Okay, as you can see by the title of this video down here, it is saying things you need to know before you give birth in the UAE, either Abu Dhabi or Dubai. Maybe you probably just found out you're pregnant and you're on the YouTube and you're looking for a place where you can be able to know what are the things that I'm supposed to do. Number one, the most first important thing that you need to have is insurance. Insurance is very important. You need to have your health insurance, your own health insurance, and that insurance is supposed to be able to cover the maternity side. So if your insurance covers for maternity, then you're covered. And I'm going to talk about first when you have insurance, what is it that you expect, and what the insurance, mainly insurance, like the common things that insurance covers and what it doesn't cover. So I think that's what I'm going to talk about first. And then the second thing I'm going to talk about is if you don't have, in a case where you don't have insurance that covers maternity, what do you do and how much money do you need for each consultation, for ultrasound, for anomaly scan, and all those things that might come with it. So I'm just going to be giving you an estimated amount that you can pay. This is based with my experience. Oh, I'm going to put a picture of myself here pregnant. This was me. I was pregnant about 4 months ago, and I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. So that's how I came to know about this information, and I also had to do some research. So this is not information that I just got from someone else. This is based on my personal experience. Okay. So the first thing first with insurance, what you need to know is if you have your insurance, depending with what insurance you have, this is based on my own insurance, which I was using. I can't name the name of the insurance, unfortunately, for the reasons. I cannot put the company's name out there, so I'm just going to be generally giving them a name. For example, we have Apple Insurance. That's the insurance I'm using. The Apple Orange, let's say Orange Insurance because I love Orange Fanta. So maybe you have Orange Insurance and the insurance is covering maternity ward. So what it means is for you from the day you find out that you're pregnant until the day your baby is born, you will be able to be covered medically on the things that you want to do, your consultations, your ultrasound, your medication, and everything. So each and every grade of insurance covers different aspects and different levels. You pay different amount. For me, I was paying 50 dirhams a day on every consultation. So for you to be able to see a doctor or gynecologist, you are supposed to be paying 50 dirhams. So you need to go to your account to your hospital and you should be holding 50 dirhams. The first thing that they will do is they will ask you if you have done a pregnancy test at home. If you have, they'll take your blood. When they take your blood, then they will have to confirm that you're pregnant. From the confirmation, usually they will tell you if you're not yet for 8 weeks, they will tell you we have to wait for 8 weeks to do the scan and then check everything, the heartbeat and everything. Then you go home. They will start you on your own vitals. And for those I was using Pregnicare actually. I can say this. I was using Pregnicare as my supplement. They will start you on your Pregnicare supplements just after they have confirmed that you're pregnant so that it helps you. For example, for me, I had a problem with hemoglobin. I will do a separate video on my pregnancy experience because I had a pregnancy with low hemoglobin problem, and I also had fibroids in my outside my uterus. So it's another video that I'll do on that one. So moving forward, um where was I? Okay, moving forward, when they find out that you're pregnant, you get some vitals depending with your insurance. My insurance was covering almost 85% of the bills on the vitals. The pregnant care that I was using and the Vita pregnant care also, they were actually costing me, if I didn't have insurance, it was 185, but with insurance, I only had to pay 25 dirhams. So it was a very huge difference when you have insurance and when you don't have insurance. Okay, and then so the next thing is when you come back for your ultrasound. With ultrasound, you also need to go. You only pay 50 dirhams. Each insurance covers a certain number of ultrasound because I had a complicated pregnancy, so I had to. Uh, good enough. I had a very good doctor who was taking care of me, and she was very nice. I was supposed to have paid extra money for some extra scans that I did, but because she was just fortunate enough to help me, and she was like, you know what, when you come, we'll just be doing those scans that you need to on specific times. If it's an emergency, I'll just pay for consultation fee. So if you're lucky enough to get a good doctor like I did, then you are blessed and you are lucky. But not everybody is lucky. So if you are not lucky, and for example, my insurance would cover the whole pregnancy, about 8 scans minus the anomaly scan. You'll be asking yourself, what is an anomaly scan? An anomaly scan is a 3D scan that they do on your 30 between 28 to 32 weeks, which will be able to measure your son's bones, or your son or your baby's bones, the head, the eyes, to see if everything is intact, if the baby is okay, if there is any problem, they can be able to detect while he is in the tummy, he or she is in the tummy. So that's exactly what they do. And anomalies can actually cost different. It happens at 30 weeks, and it's something that is separate. So if you have insurance, if you're lucky enough with the hospital that you're doing, if they have um, this the facility to be able to give you anomaly scan, then you'll be given anomaly scan. If they do not have the ability to do that, then you need to go to another clinic or another hospital that will be able to provide for you the anomaly scan. If your insurance covers the same hospital, then you are covered. If your insurance doesn't cover, then that's where the problem comes, where you have to pay. Anomaly scan usually costs around 2,500 or 1,500, 2,500, depending on where you are going, in which city. If you're in Abu Dhabi or you're in Dubai, which hospital you are going, because the hospital is different. Okay. So moving forward, now I'm going to be talking about if you don't have insurance and you are actually pregnant, or you found that you're pregnant, or you want to be pregnant. The first thing first you need to know is it's going to cost you a little bit more. I think I would say 5 times more than a person who has insurance. So my advice is to find an insurance company that you can be able to register to and have an insurance before you have a baby. It makes your life so easier in case of any emergencies. But if in any case, or some reason behind your control that you cannot be able to control it, then you're pregnant, you just want to be pregnant, and you don't have insurance in the UAE, you want to give birth here. So this is what you need to know about insurance, giving birth without insurance. The consultation fee from normal hospitals and clinics, it starts from as minimum of 150 dirhams. Okay, but from good hospitals that I know I've been to, they will charge you about 250 dirhams. So let's say 250 dirhams is per consultation. This is only consultation to be able to see your doctor. When you see your doctor, then you have to buy your own your pregnancy vitals by yourself, which might be also a bit expensive. Right. So it's about, for me, I'm ranging to what I said before, 165, 185 your vitals. You can get them depending on the pharmacy that you are in. So if you're buying them from the same hospital or a different hospital, it's up to you. But this is the price that you need to pay for each visit. And as you know, if you are prescribed some tablets of whatever medication that you might need, injection for your pregnancy, you might need to buy them cash. And it depends with what. On medication, I cannot really say the prices because they differ from brand to brand and condition to condition, but the consultation fee itself will be that. And then the other thing that you need to be ready for is you are supposed to do what they call a glucose test, and you're supposed to do what they call ECG. For a glucose test, depending on which hospital you are, I'll keep saying depending on which hospital you are because each hospital differs, but this is just estimated price based on what my hospital charges. So for example, you want to do ECG and sugar tests so that they can be able to see your blood sugar as well, and as your child's blood sugar. You also, for that process, the whole process you do, I'll get into that, what happens in this process and what it is. I'll get into it in another video when I'll be talking about my pregnancy journey. So make sure you keep the notification bell for that one, and then you watch the video very soon. So yeah, um okay, so yeah, back to where I was. For the blood sugar and glucose test, and also the injection that you get on that time, you are supposed to pay at least around 800 dirhams. 800 dirhams, that's the amount that you are almost supposed to pay for that. And then there is also what we call, I mentioned it before, anomaly scan, and I've explained it before as you had me. Anomaly scan, it differs from 1,500 to 2,500, depending with which doctor you are going. And if you don't have insurance, as we're saying, and you want to have your monthly, or for me, I was having scans every month. So if you're having your monthly scan that you are having, or every 3 weeks, you need to know that for every scan that you're doing, you're paying at least 850 dirhams or 1000 dirhams for a scan. So that's why I say it might be a bit more expensive if you don't have insurance in the UAE for you to be able to give birth. Anyway, going to another thing that you also need to know, which is like number two of things that you need to know when giving birth in the UAE, or if you're pregnant in the UAE, is documentation. What are the documents that you require to have, or that you're required to have, or to produce to the doctor um, before, like while you're pregnant or when you're giving birth? So when you get to the doctor is going to ask you, the first question is, are you married? So if you are married, of course, you need to produce your attested marriage certificate, your passport, both yours and your husband, your Emirates ID, both yours and your husband. One of you should be actually earning a salary of up minimum of 4,000, 5,000, or 4,500 dirhams. That's the minimum you're supposed to be earning as well. So, and they will also ask for your insurance documents. If you don't have insurance, that's when they will ask you, they will tell you the procedure that you need to go on, and you will be able to give birth. Of course, yes, you will, but you just be paying extra amount. As the difference is, if you have insurance, you pay extra amount. If you don't have insurance, you pay less amount. So for your attested documentation, just make sure that you have all your documents in order. They usually work on the day that you are giving birth, or in case of any emergency. So the hospital, when you get to the hospital, you're giving birth, the day you're giving birth, you give these documents to your nurse as soon as you get admitted into the hospital to give birth. These documents will help you and your husband be able to produce, or to start the process of documentation for your baby. Okay, so for your baby to be able to have a UAE visa, you need to have this documents attested, and these documents should be in order and properly scanned. And you also need to have your original documentations with you. Take them with you to the hospital. Okay, so when you give birth, as soon as you give birth, you will get what is called a birth registration form. A birth registration form is when you put all the information, you sign for consent, and the hospital will give you a document that shows that you've given birth to your child in this certain hospital. It's a confirmation that you will use to be able to start the process of getting a UAE birth certificate. By getting a UAE birth certificate, your child does not mean that he or she has citizenship in the UAE. No, he doesn't have citizenship in the UAE. However, he has 90 days grace period before he gets his visa. So you have 90 days to be able to start your process, and get him a visa, and also an Emirates ID for your child. And depending on the insurance that you're using, if you have insurance, some insurance will give you 1 month extended period of your son or your child will be on your same insurance until all the documents are processed. Then after 1 month period, extension period, your only insurance will be for yours, and your child should have his own insurance. I'm getting to the cost of an insurance. It's not very expensive. I know we have like agencies who will be charging an arm's length of amount for you to be able to have a visa and insurance for a baby. If you're struggling, just reach out to me on the comment section and ask me, where can I go to be able to have a cheap or a most affordable visa process done. I did my son's visa. Before you get to the visa, actually, you need to have a passport. Okay, so for passport, depending on which nationality you are, I'm Zimbabwean. For my passport, I needed to go to the embassy, and I will get. You have to sign some documents, and then you apply for the passport at the embassy. Then you take the documentations with you. It's a situation that will take, if you have everything and all your documents that they require at the embassy. In the embassy, you can see this information on Zimbabwean embassy. Zimbabwean embassy website is all there. It's written in black and white. You can see exactly the document that they need from start to finish. So if you have all those documents, including the birth certificate here that you have, make sure that when you have your birth certificate, you go and get a hard copy of it. Don't just have it online. I applied for my birth certificate online and I got it online, but you need to go and collect your physical birth certificate, take it with you to the embassy, and the embassy will be able to help you. It's a process that will take, I would say, less than 2 hours to be able to do the application for your passport, your baby's passport. Then you will carry your documents, send them to Zimbabwe via DHL. Then you will receive your passport, your birth certificate first. Within 24 hours, the birth certificate in Zimbabwean side will be out, and then you will have your passport in the next 7 days, depending with your nationality. This is just for Zimbabweans, for my Zimbabwean community who are watching this video and you're wondering how is the process. If you need help, just write in the comment section. I'll be able to show you the places you can go and explain to you in more details. Yeah. Okay, going back to getting a passport. Once your passport is back and your baby has a passport, the visa and insurance, it will only cost you maximum of 1,200 dirhams. Both the insurance and the visa is 1,200 dirhams for your child. So if you are to do a visa and you're using agencies, please just be careful of paying more money because people are putting ridiculous amounts. I asked somebody else to help me. When you ask agents, you're giving birth, and your body is so, like, I need somebody to help me. But at the end of the day, I ended up doing it by myself. If you're not able to do it online by yourself, just go to a typing center in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai. Those people can be able to help you at a reasonable price. The typing center are the cheapest place you can be able to do your visa. Okay. Now we are going to the next thing, number three of what you need to know before you give birth in the UAE. I hope you are still here and you're listening, and I hope this is going to be very helpful for you. Wish you all the best if you are looking forward to having a baby. If you're pregnant, congratulations. May God see you through this journey, and I hope and pray that you'll be giving birth to a beautiful baby boy or baby girl. Okay. Number three of what you need to have before giving birth in the UAE. I think I've talked too much. I need to sip on my drink for a while. Also, another thing that you need to put in mind when you're going to the hospital before the paperwork and everything, and as you go through your pregnancy, if you don't have insurance, if for everybody else who has insurance, this is not for you. This is for somebody who doesn't have insurance and is watching here. Is the amount of money that you need to pay on the day of delivery. So on your delivery day, you're supposed to be paying an amount of deposit that they will use. Either you are giving birth naturally or you are giving birth with C-section, or it's an operation, it's an emergency, or whatever the situation is. You need to be able to know that you are supposed to carry an amount, cash or card, of 15,000 dirhams. This is as per my hospital, but according to what I've been seeing online, there are some packages that are being offered for delivery services, which starts from as low as 8,000 to 15,000 dirhams. So you need to be able to have in between that amount. Just check with your doctor, check with your hospital if you don't have insurance, like how much do I need to have on the day. Don't forget to ask that. This is a very crucial information. Otherwise, I don't know what happens if you don't have that money, but I know that you need to have that deposit of money to be able to get some help and for you to be able to deliver and get proper help and pay your bills and everything. This amount of money should be enough. 15,000 dirhams should be enough to cover for your whole process of giving birth from start until finish, the day that you'll be admitted, depending on how many days you stayed in hospital. For me, I stayed for 4 days after giving birth because I had C-section, and you also get help and everything with that amount of money. So yeah, last part of things you need to know before giving birth in the UAE. So this is last but not the least thing that you know, and this is mainly concerned to people who are working in the UAE. Depending on company to company basis, the maternity leave as per UAE law is 45 days. They have just recently changed and mentioned that the Emirati women are now able to get 90 days. This is not applicable to everybody, unfortunately. For 90 days for now, it's for the Emirati women who are actually pregnant, and maternity leave for them is now 90 days. For the rest of the other foreigners, nationalities who are in the UAE, if you give birth to your baby, you have maternity leave of 40 days. My advice, if you are looking to go back to work, if your company allows you, then you have that one extra month that you have on your year, like your holiday, your annually holiday, your annual vacation, 1 month. You can add that and also some of the extra work hours, just so you can be able to get more days with your baby. It's unfortunate that we have to work and be able to provide for these babies, that we are not able to spend as much time as we want to spend at home with our little ones. And it's not like other countries where we have the luxury of having a year off after you give birth. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I know this is not very long, but quite a long video, or I would say it's quite a long video for you guys. Thank you if you're still here and you still watch until the end. I appreciate you and thank you so much for watching. Keep sharing my content and don't forget to come back for another episode. The next video will be coming very soon and I'll be dishing out the content. The next video that is coming is a story time and I'll be telling you a story time about life experiences, things I went through before I got married, things like those are the other things that I'll be talking to you about, guys. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And I love you so much, my lovers, my people, my everybody. Cheers. Bye. Till next time.